Hey there guys, Merry Christmas everyone. It's the last day of work for many people, including myself, which means we are into the festive holiday season. The football fixtures are coming thick and fast. Manchester City play Crystal Palace tomorrow. And this is just a very quick video tonight ahead of tomorrow's game. I got back quite late today, so it's not the most in-depth preview, but I want to talk about the game a little bit, obviously, because we play Crystal Palace tomorrow, a team that obviously last season during the festive period held us to a 0-0 draw at Selhurst Park. But in general, they don't tend to travel very well. They've actually not won a game in Manchester, including United, obviously, for 26 years. So in general, the omen's on our side here. Now, obviously, as well, we've got the returning Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero. They both came through the game midweek with very little problems, but still, I'd only play one of them personally in this game. Now, for me, Kevin De Bruyne will probably start alongside Bernardo Silva, but I wouldn't really play Aguero in this game personally. I would think Gabriel Jesus' form has been better at the moment. Aguero just take a few games to get going, and given his form and given the fact that he's just found his feet, Gabriel Jesus for me would start in this game. I'm going to run through the team now anyway, personally. Ederson obviously is in goal. Kyle Walker probably will start at right back, but Danilo is back in train now, and apparently he will be available for selection. I wouldn't mind seeing him get a game or two, but maybe we'll see him against Leicester instead next week. Then in the centre of defence, it could be Stones and Laporte, or Otamendi and Laporte. One thing I do know is Laporte will probably start. Personally, I would go for Stones in this game, get him back there alongside Laporte, and hopefully it will be nice and solid with Fabian Delph at left back. Zinchenko, as much as I like the lad, can't defend, and given the fact that they'll probably put Zaha over on the right to target him if he does play, I would rather go with Fabian Delph there. And the midfield at the moment, I think, kind of picks itself. I think De Bruyne will actually start this game with Gundogan dropping to the bench, and then Bernardo Silva alongside De Bruyne, and then Fernandinho kind of anchoring the midfield there. It was nice that Fernandinho got a rest midweek. And then up front, for me, it's Sterling and Sane. It just has to be those alongside Gabriel Jesus. That's personally the team that I would go for, giving us plenty of options off the bench. Palace aren't in great form. They did beat Leicester last week, but they are winless in 6 away league matches, and they've kind of been just teetering around in general, not really pulling up any trees so far this season. Before their win at Leicester, they lost 3-2 to West Ham and 3-1 at Brighton. Before that, a 2-0 victory over Burnley. So in general, they're not in great form, and given the fact that they don't travel very well, given the fact that Roy Hodgson generally has a pretty bad record against Manchester City, surely we'll have more than enough to get 3 points here. But it's that time of year when we've just got to be really focused. We haven't kept a clean sheet now since the 24th of November, and in my personal opinion, it'd be nice just to get through this game without conceding the goal. At the start of the season, we were incredibly mean, and we were conceding chances and we were conceding goals, but that's kind of dropped off a little bit as injuries have taken a toll. Winter's come, the games come thick and fast, and we look a little bit less focused than we did at the start of the season. It happens in general. Form does dip, players get tired, and in general, you have to kind of just ride the storm. Generally, we are doing that. Obviously, the Chelsea game was a huge blip, but we are tending to get results when we actually need them. For now, as you're watching this, Liverpool are playing Wolves. I don't know what score that's going to be, but hopefully that'll offer an incentive tomorrow. Most likely won't, but if it does go our way, maybe we can be back to the table at Christmas, which would be very nice, wouldn't it? But in general, we just got to keep winning our own games, and hopefully eventually they slip. No pun intended there, definitely a pun intended. And maybe we can be there to capitalise when they actually do drop some points. If they ever do drop some points, I'm sure they will at some point, but we've got to just keep applying that pressure, and hopefully there'll be a bit of a collapse there. It isn't an easy game. Palace are a decent team with some good players, notably obviously Zaha there, their main man. But I think if we do turn up and we are focused, now we've got some players back, some talisman back, we've got more than enough to get something here. I just want the players to take this game professionally, because obviously the games then, they start to come quite heavily over the festive period. This year though, thankfully, we have got 3 or 4 days between the games. Last year, it was absolute mayhem, games coming every 2 to 3 days instead of 3 to 4 days, and this year seems a little bit calmer, but it doesn't make it any easier, obviously, and it's that kind of time of year where the games, it's cold and it's wet and miserable, that we just have to be on our A game. Anyway guys, just a very, very quick video with some thoughts on the game there. I'm hoping we get a 3-0 win. That would be nice, and I can see us scoring a couple of goals at least at home. It's just I want to keep us a clean sheet for the first time in a while, because that's what we were doing at the start of the season. Fingers crossed we can get that form back. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the game in the comments below. For now though, I'm going to celebrate because I finished work and it's the early Christmas time. It's going to be mint. Anyway, Nicola's just wooed in the background there. She's playing Red Dead Redemption. You see on the screen. Give us a wave.
Hello.
Anyway, have a good Christmas. I'll see you in a bit.